Before we start today's episode, I want to talk about our new sponsor, Cosa Nostra Brand. Go to CosaNostraBrand.com and join the family with all the merch that's on sale. So order your gear now and join the family.
This is Straight Outta Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z. Next on Straight Outta Jersey, this WWE Hall of Famer has wrestled for over 30 years with multiple championships in the wrestling business. During the Attitude Era, we had one of the greatest gimmicks in the history of wrestling, playing the role of the Godfather. Straight Outta Jersey welcomes the big pimp daddy himself, Charles, the Godfather Wright.
Guys, it's your boy Jay-Z, Joe Zapata. I'm here straight out of Jersey, and I've been waiting for this guy to come on for a long time. He's WWE Hall of Famer, the one and only, the Godfather himself, Charles Wright. What's going on,
Joe,
brother?
smoking Joe. What's happening, man?
What's up, brother? How you been?
Man, I've been chilling like a villain, bro. Enjoying life. Believe me, I've been blessed, man. I'm just chilling, enjoying life.
That's cool, man. I wanted to ask you, you took a lot of bumps over your years. How is your health today?
Considering all the stuff besides wrestling that I've done in my life, I'm doing pretty good. I've replaced 2 knees and a hip.
Okay.
I've went from carrying 320 pounds to now I'm carrying about 245, 250. I'm working out, stretching, and I've been blessed. I do a lot of conventions. I do a lot of signings with wrestlers, and I'm doing better than most.
Yes, I saw you with Jake. You were with Jake the other day, Jake Roberts.
Yeah, man. I had a good time hanging out with Jake and Savio Vega.
Yes, Savio Vega. Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Now, did you start training in Larry Sharp, the Monster Factory here in Jersey?
Yes and no. Yes and
okay,
no.
So what happened?
Long story short, I go to the Monster Factory, right? And to be honest, I never really went to the classes. I was hanging out. I was hanging out and drinking Red Rock, drinking Red Rock, picking up girls, staying out all night, partying, sleeping all day. And then when the wrestling school came around, I just wouldn't go. And I literally maybe went to 2 or 3 classes, maybe. Larry Sharp calls me one day. He's like, "Hey, you got to come today." And he's like, "You got to come today. Jerry Lawler wants to take a look at you." And so not knowing anything, and when I mean anything, I think I could lock up, and for some reason I could do a drop down toe hold. That must have been the day I was there working on that. I was there that day. And I wasn't there that long anyway. And so I get in the ring with Jerry, and Jerry's doing stuff with me. Jerry knows I'm green as hell. So Jerry hires me to come to Memphis, where I wrestle him my very first match, not knowing anything about wrestling. I thought it was a half-ass shoot, which I was cool with. But the very first match, I beat Jerry Lawler in Memphis on a Monday night for the USWA title.
Wow, that's impressive.
Not knowing anything, that just shows you how good Jerry is.
Wow.
And Jerry, I just listened to him. I did what he told me to do, and we got through some matches. But yeah, that's how talented Jerry is. They say like working with the broomstick. Well, he was working with more than a broomstick.
Well, you're a big dude, man. You're a big dude. I think, what are you, like 6'5", 6'6"?
I'm a legitimate 6'5".
Wow.
I've been carrying around 300 all the time.
Yeah, and I know you're good friends with, obviously, with Taker. And is he the one who kind of brought you in as the Papa Shango character?
No. We've met in like 88, 89, became really good friends. And then he would go, he went to Japan. I stayed in Memphis. When he came back from Japan, I went to Japan. When I got back from Japan, he was in WCW. I went to Germany. When I got back from Germany, he was in WWF. I got a tryout when I got back from Germany. Vince hired me, and he says, basically, you have a body of a monster. He says, but you got a baby face. You got a baby face. He goes, I got to come up with something to cover your face. Hence, Papa Shango.
Yes, and that was based on James Bond.
Right? Yeah, dude, I want to say it was Vince that called me. I was at the strip club, man, working, and the bouncer's like, "Hey, Vince McMahon's." You know what? It did go down like this. I can remember now. He goes, Vince McMahon's on the phone. And I'm like, you're right. Vince McMahon's on the phone. So I'm like, hey, he's like, Charles, how are you? And I'm like, oh shit, it is Vince.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, a hell of an idea I got. I want you to rent the movie Live and Let Die. He goes, in that movie, there's a voodoo character. And I already knew the character because I love the picture.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, we're going to take off of that. And that's how that started.
Wow. That character, I guess I remember as a kid watching it, and you scared the shit out of me every time with that character. With you doing your magic and everything. Was the Ultimate Warrior the one that really pushed you, your character, the Ultimate Warrior?
I mean, just the fact that the Ultimate Warrior put that over, that's why I don't really ever talk, I don't talk shit about anybody, but
Mhm.
so many people talk shit about him. And he was cool with me. Just the fact that he put that over with somebody that was green. I mean, I know by that time I was polished. I knew how to work.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was a nobody, just that. And I mean, he was so strong at the time that's why it's like when I was with Jake this weekend, half the conversation is like with 40-year-old guys now saying, when I was a kid, dude, you have no idea. You
Yeah.
affected, you put down the Ultimate Warrior. So I mean, for him to put me over like that, what
Yeah.
happened to the Papa Shango was not them, it was me. I was going through a biker relationship with some whore, and things got ugly, dude. I'm telling you, like at the beginning of this thing, you guys were talking about. I played a character. I'm really the Godfather,
Yes.
and
That's not
however
a.
form
That's
you
a
want to
shoot.
take that, I'm really the Godfather. I
Yep. That's a
really
shoot.
am.
100%. That's a shoot. Yeah, you are the Godfather. Um, when I know Undertaker even talked about it, that he says you were going to a very dark stage in your life then during that time with Papa Shango,
Yeah,
right?
I was going through a bad divorce from a stripper that I married because I was doing a lot of stupid shit back then, and
Mm-hmm.
it got ugly, man. And I was in a dark place, and I'm literally now. This is before the internet. This is
Mm-hmm.
before social media. This is before any of that stuff. Whatever happened in
Mm-hmm.
that town stayed in that town. And
Correct.
me and Taker are hanging out in strip clubs, bars, cowboy
Mm-hmm.
clubs, mostly strip clubs,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just not in the mood. I'm looking for shit, and I'm getting in fights, like real fights, where
Mm-hmm.
Taker's got to pull me off with somebody, and we got to get in the car and get the fuck out before the police come, type of
Wow.
shit. And me, Taker, and Vince had a meeting, and we thought the best thing for Charles Wright was for me to go home and get my mind right before something stupid happened, because I
Okay.
was there's Godfather, and there's this guy called Bear. This guy
Mm-hmm.
called Taker calls me Bear.
Yes, he does.
This
Mhm.
dude Bear is I mean, it's better that Godfather stays high and happy than Bear coming out.
Yeah. Undertaker said you kind of broke him out of his shell because he's sort of very shy, and sort of you broke him out of that shell, making a biker and long tattoos, everything. Is that true?
When I met him, I was a biker. I belonged to
Yep.
a believe it or not, a red and white outlaw club, bro. And I was getting ready to really step it up, and I got into wrestling. But when I met him,
Mhm.
he didn't drink. He drank rum and cokes. Okay, that was number one. I'm like, what the hell? No, we drink Jack Daniels,
That-
son. Okay. He didn't listen to country music. To this day, believe it or not, I listen to country music, older
Okay.
country music.
Okay.
He didn't have any tattoos.
No.
And most importantly, he didn't ride a Harley. And so I kind of introduced all that to him, and he took to it well. And I opened his eyes up basically to kind of like a biker lifestyle, and he took to it well.
Hmm.
I've gotten away from that lifestyle, and but yeah, man, he really got into it, and good for him. I just opened his eyes up to a different way, and he's like, hey, I kind of like this guy's way.
Now, when you took some time off, did the WCW offer you a contract at any time?
They offered me. I worked out a deal with them to be in the NWO.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, and I was going to be, which eventually turned out to be Virgil.
Mm.
But I think when they thought, it was weird. I found out because I was watching TV, and I was watching their show, and all of a sudden Virgil came out as their bodyguard. And I was going
Hmm.
to be the bodyguard for like 2 years, and then wrestle for a year, and then, renegotiate your contract.
Yeah.
And so I think that they didn't want somebody as strong minded as me, and they wanted
Mhm.
somebody more like Virgil that they can clown a bit, which I wouldn't have went for. So,
Yeah.
and
You see,
I stayed the Godfather.
Yes, you came back as Kama, and then you went into the Nation, right?
Yep.
And I had D'Lo Brown the other day, Ace on the other, a couple weeks ago, and he was telling me, he said like he had such a great time with you guys in the Nation. It was such a fun
Oh,
time.
and the thing is, of course, we're not in contact with Dwayne, but
Mhm.
I see Rod regularly. I talk to Rod. I talk to
Yo, man.
D'Lo.
Mhm.
D'Lo worked at my club for a couple years here in Vegas.
Oh
Mark
wow.
Henry, I see Mark all the time. I talk to
Mhm.
Mark.
Mhm.
Just seen Savio Vega this weekend, even
Yep.
though, well, he was a Nation at one time. So,
Yep. Yeah.
but
If
yeah,
you,
man, those were good times. I
yeah.
mean, that and the Godfather and the Nation and the Godfather era for me it was just, dude, I was having so much fun. It was just fun to go to work.
Yeah. Did you kick out, or The Rock did not want to drive with you anymore? Because
See, these stories get kind of blown up. I always tell that. What I remember about it, basically is he came to me and he's like, dude, I can't ride with you no more because we were all riding together for a minute. And I'm like, well, what's up? He's like, everywhere I go, I smell like weed. As soon as I got in the car, I've never hid the fact that I've smoked ever. I don't
Mhm.
hide it. I light
Yeah.
it. And so
Hmm.
I'd get in the car and start smoking. And he's like, dude, every place I go, I smell like weed. And
Hmm.
then I come through the loop and come get back again. And they're like, dude, you said you don't smoke weed, but every time I see you, you smell like weed. It's like
Hmm.
that fucking Godfather smoking in the car. And so him and D'Lo and Mark Henry started riding together. And then I jumped in with me, Ron, and me, Bradshaw, and me, Bradshaw, and Ron Simmons. And so
Hmm.
we rode together for a while.
Yeah. Look, I'm an advocate of marijuana. I think it should be, like everyone. Would more wrestlers be alive today if they allowed you guys to
Oh,
just do that?
bro, I'm not going to mention names, but so many of these guys my era that died. I used to say, bro,
Yeah.
why don't you guys smoke weed, man? I didn't try cannabis till I was 27 years old. When
Okay.
I'm 27, I'm drinking a bottle of Jack a day. I'm taking Vicodins, Percocets, Percodans, Halcyons. I mean, Somas,
Wow.
Vicoprofen. I'm taking this shit like it's just vitamins.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried cannabis for the first time seriously, and it got me off of all that. To now, the strongest thing I'll take is a Tylenol.
Okay.
That's about as far as I'll go. Will I have a shot of Jack? Oh yeah. Will I have a beer? Yeah. But I'm
Hmm.
nowhere not like I was, and I don't take any pills. Cannabis, I think, has preserved me. It's been the blessing to me.
Hmm.
It's kept me from
Hmm.
going to jail.
Yeah. I want to talk about the Godfather character. That is like the greatest character, greatest gimmick around. How did you come up with that?
Did my wife did.
Okay.
My wife, I was the WWE never released me. I would always leave, and they'd want me to come back, and I'd be like, I don't want to come back. I never called them and asked to come back. That when you'd see me come back, it's because they wanted me to come back,
Okay.
and so I was having so much fun in the Nation that I wanted to stay, and so I mean, the money was good, everything was
Hmm.
going good, everybody was kind of breaking off on their own. And so my wife basically came up with the whole idea, and I'm like, I don't want to be a pimp. I've been beating up pimps all my life, and back in the '80s, man, I've beaten up
Hmm.
pimps from left to right in the
Hmm.
strip clubs. And so I don't want to be no pimp, and I don't want to wear no green hats. I don't want to date. I don't want to. But everything she got me to do worked out
Hmm.
pretty well.
Oh,
She had the outfits made. She had a jeweler making the gold. She had a company sending us hats. She had a lady making the vest, the fur coats. We had airbrushers. I mean, it was crazy, man. And my wife did all that. All I did was stay high and have fun. I swear to you. My wife would even pick out the outfits and make sure that the shit would look good on TV, and she would do all that, bro. I just
wow.
seriously stayed high. For whatever reason, when I worked there, for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is. I
Hmm.
never asked, but I got a pass on smoking weed.
Okay. Wow.
Did
How
this
did you?
never? I didn't do steroids. I didn't do drugs. But for whatever reason, I, if I took 200 drug tests, I never blew dirty.
Oh wow. How did you
So
pick the women?
huh?
How did you pick the girls? How did you pick the
Um,
girl?
at first, only time that I picked them was me and Undertaker the first time. It wasn't Vince's idea. Like I said, it was my wife's.
Okay.
And me and Bradshaw were practicing kind of on our just on house shows. Vince heard about it because it really got over from the very beginning, and we didn't even have any girls. And then the agents were telling, "Hey, they're So Vince came to me when I got the TV, and he goes, "Hey, whatever you're doing here, I hear it might have some legs to it." He
Mhm.
goes, "You think you can get some girls?" And I'm like, "Me get some girls? Give me 10 minutes, right?" And so I grabbed Taker and it was Ron and Don Harris, the Harris
The
twins.
hair. Oh, yep.
And we went to a strip club and picked up like 4 or 5 girls, brought them back, put them on TV. And from that point, it got over so much that night on TV that they took it over. I think Bruce Pritchard at first was calling strip clubs and getting them.
Mhm.
And then it got to the point where strip clubs were calling them, saying, "Hey, we'd love to use our girls." And then
Mhm.
I would come, I would show up, and depending on how much time I had,
Mhm.
that's how many girls. There'd usually be 6, 7 girls there, and I'd usually be able to get at least 4 of them on TV. So I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna use you. Everybody gets paid, but
Mhm.
sorry, but that's who's going. I didn't
Now
even say
your
sorry. I just pick them and shit. You. Boom, let's go.
now your wife created the character, but was she cool with the girls and that stuff?
Shoot, my wife used to come on the road sometimes and pick girls at the form. My wife is cool, man.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I mean, she used to. She's the one that got Lita. I'm not a one to stooge on Lita, but a lot of people know that Lita went out with me one time as one
Oh,
of my
okay.
hosts,
Oh,
and
wow.
she only did it because of my wife. Uh, Lisa Marie, who was Victoria, was one of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
original hosts.
Mhm.
She wouldn't do it without my wife's blessing, and my wife gave it to her. My wife's cool and shit, bro. My wife's beautiful. She's confident.
Mhm.
No, man, she didn't worry about that shit.
Yeah. The when you got the call for the Hall of Fame as the Godfather, where were you and how did that, how'd you react to that?
I was going to the gym. Bruce Pritchard, or what was his name? They fired him. Uh, I can't think of his name. They fired him for.
Briscoe?
No,
Not
no,
the-
no. They fired. He was John Cohn has the job now. They fired him for sending some girls uh, outfits and shit in the garbage bag to her house. Mark Carano.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So Mark Carano calls me. He's like, "Hey, Papa, what's going on, man?" I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, you all set for the Hall of Fame?" I'm like, "Yeah, because you go every year. You might not see me on TV, but you go every year."
Okay.
And so he's like, "You all set?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, you gonna bring your family?" And I'm like, "No, I ain't bringing my family." I'm like, "I'm gonna come through there, do what I gotta do, and leave." He goes, "Well, why don't you bring your whole family?" I'm like, "Dude, why would I bring my whole family?" He goes, "Because this is the first time your name came up for the Hall of Fame." And Vince says, "Hell yeah, we're putting him in the Hall of Fame."
Wow, that's
And
really
I'm
cool.
like, that's how I heard. I was on my way to the gym.
Wow. Vince McMahon, I want to talk about him. Obviously he's been in the news, a Netflix special. How was he with you? Was he always just cool?
I was at his party.
You're at his birthday party?
I was at his birthday party.
Oh, well, I guess he was
So I
cool,
mean,
man.
so what does that say?
That says you guys are all cool.
Dude, he's cool with me, man. Vince has always been cool with me. Like
Wow,
I
that's cool.
said, I was at his birthday party.
Well, okay. That says it all then.
I'm the
The
Godfather. You think I'm fucking joking? I'm the Godfather.
yeah, you are. Owen Hart. Obviously, you
Ah,
had him. That was a tough that night over the edge. You were supposed to wrestle him for the title.
right.
Uh, where were you when everything happened? I mean, that was a bad tragedy.
Um, I didn't see any of it. I was at Gorilla behind the curtain with the girls, and I was firing the girls up. And I don't know if it was Bruce Pritchard or who it was, but whoever was at the Gorillas, they're like Owen Fail, and I'm like Owen Fail. They're like Owen Fail. I'm like, oh, what do you mean Owen Fail? And so
Mhm.
when they wheeled him through the curtain, he was already passed,
Wow.
and it's just sad, man. And I really don't remember a lot of it. I guess I called my wife, and she says a lot of things that I don't remember saying.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like you're just yeah, man. That
Mhm.
was wild. If the show should have went on, not man, that ain't my call.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. You think it
That
should
ain't
go
my
on?
call.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it was
Yeah.
it was sad, man. Owen was such a great dude.
Yeah.
And I was spent that whole day because he used to think I was funny, Owen he's like, well, what'd you do last night? Tell me what you did. Because he was like, Owen was a family man at the point. I wasn't no family man.
You're the Godfather.
He'd be like, "What'd you do last night, Papa?" And I'd tell him. He's like, "Oh my God!" And that's just a normal. That's just a normal night for you.
Oh my God, that's nuts, man. Well, I was going to ask you, Ahmed Johnson, Tony Norris. I had him on my podcast too. We were talking about him and D'Lo, and when I talked to D'Lo about it, there's two different versions of the
Okay,
story.
you want to hear my version because I was there?
I want to hear your version, please.
What I remember. I mean, so much shit happens like that. People think that you would remember that one incident,
Yeah,
but shit like that happens all the time.
really.
I mean, and I mean, it's like, oh, it's more funny at the time than it is. Oh my God,
Yeah,
So I mean, a lot of shit used to happen because, I mean, that happens with football teams, basketball. You can't have these guys hanging out like every day and getting tired of each other. So,
yeah.
excuse me. Um, what I remember, excuse me, I have to sneeze.
No, no problem. No problem. Bless you.
What I remember was they had some type of argument, and then Tony tried to hit him with a can or Pepsi can something happened, and Tony told him, I'll moke you, motherfucker," or something.
Yeah,
And D'Lo's like, "You ain't moking nobody, motherfucker." And D'Lo turned his back, and then Tony stole on him. D'Lo ducked it, hooked him, took him down, had him hooked. And I don't know how he had him hooked, but he had him hooked. And he's like, "I'm gonna break your arm, motherfucker," kind of shit. And me and Ron Simmons, who was there also, were like, "D'Lo, let him up. D'Lo, come on. He's got D'Lo, we gotta go. D'Lo, let him up." Now I don't know what the other stories are, but that's kind of what I remember.
Okay.
Is that close to anybody else's story?
That was close to D'Lo's story.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. D'Lo's story. The catchphrase "pimpin' ain't easy." I even talked to celebrities I interview, and they're like, "We love the Godfather character, man. He was great. Who loved wrestling." How did you come up with "pimpin' ain't easy"? Just
I do. I don't remember, man. I just I remember just pimping it. Dude, it was just the old saying from back in the day. And don't forget, I was raised in the 70s. And so just throw pimping ain't easy, man. And it came to my mind, hey, pimping ain't easy.
Pimpin' ain't easy. I wanted to talk about Hulk Hogan real quick. Obviously, Hulk Hogan passed away. He was a big legend, but he did say some things that were not right. How do you feel towards the Hulkster?
This is my answer to that. He did a lot for wrestling back in the 80s, and he did a lot for wrestling. So, and I let it go at that.
Let it go at that. Okay. I totally understand. Do you watch wrestling today at all?
No.
No, you don't. You don't.
I don't even watch sports anymore.
Really? You don't watch football?
Dude, I don't have, I don't eat red meat anymore. There's a lot of things. I'm 64 years old now. It's just a lot of things I just don't, for whatever reason, big Raider man. I live in Las Vegas, and I don't even watch the Raider games. Maybe because I don't bet on it, and I don't do the fantasy football, and I don't bet on it. But I've just it's not interesting to me anymore. I don't have no reason. I watch it for a minute, and I'm like, oh, this is boring. I'd rather go shooting. I'm really into shooting guns.
So that's what you do as a hobby? You shoot? You shoot?
Oh, I shoot like once a week.
Yeah, I see you sometimes on Instagram shooting stuff.
Yeah. It's just, dude, I love. I don't hunt. I don't kill. I don't think I have to go up against the government. I don't think the zombies are coming. I got a lot of guns, but I just love to go to the range, man, and shoot. It's really enjoyable to me.
Okay. What do you want people to remember?
During the Super Bowl? I guarantee you, during the Super Bowl, I'll be at the range.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. You'll be at the
range. If you're a golfer, that's the best time to go golfing because everybody's watching the Super Bowl. I don't have any reason. It's not interesting to me no more. I watch very little TV. Very little TV.
Wow. I see a lot of memorabilia back there. Do you have anything special that you have in your collection you'd like to show off?
Oh, there's all type of stuff here, man. I have what's cool. I'd have to pan the area. I don't want to do this.
No problem. Was anything
but
special?
I mean, if I pan the area, what's cool because this is my studio here.
Yeah.
I have every action figure that was made of me.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, I'd have to go this way too because they're over there too. But these are all my action figures at the WWE over the years. that made of me.
Wow, that's awesome.
Those are the belts that I'd won, and
That's really cool, man. All those
the
belts.
very
And
first
everything.
one I beat Jerry Lawler right there. That's over here. That's
Right there.
the night that I beat Jerry Lawler as the Soul Taker.
Oh, wow. That's really cool,
And
man.
my manager was Nate the Rat.
Nate the Rat. Who's that? I've never heard of him. Nate the Rat.
He's a Memphis manager. He died a few years ago.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. So where are you going to be next? I know you're doing a lot of signings. You were just in the
Bro, I can
Comic-Con.
just tell you that I was at New York Comic-Con, excuse me.
Correct. Yep.
This weekend. I'm in Minnesota. Where? I have no idea. You have to. But I just know that I all I'm concerned about is my plane ticket. And as long as it says first class, I'm okay. We're cool. Yeah, I'm in Minnesota next week. I think I'm in Pryor, Oklahoma. Dude, I am booked every weekend until the second week of December. The first week I'm going to Germany, Dortmund, Germany, and then the second week I have a show in Pittsburgh. And right now I've only taken 2 bookings next year because I'm going to really try to take less bookings because I'm working way more than I should.
Are you going to be at the big event in New York? I know I usually run that.
Somebody just tried to book me for that, and I said no.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
I've done it like 3 times, man. I don't, I'm not trying to take. I'm really not trying to take no more bookings. I really want to slow down. I probably worked 40, 45 weekends this year.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I saw you were in Newark a couple months ago. You were here in Newark, New Jersey.
Dude, I get around that song. I get around.
Yeah. Yeah, but your lines are still long. People love the Godfather and Papa Congo, man.
I'm just riding it out. I'm like, dude, it ain't gonna be there forever, so might as well enjoy it. The thing about the Godfathers, people love you, man. So it's a cool deal because it ain't like people are like, oh, fuck you, motherfucker. They're cool with you, man. They're like, and it's either Godfather or Papa Shango. It's pretty cool. The younger people are Godfather, the older are Papa Shango.
Do you still ride motorcycles or no?
No, I had to give it up.
Oh, why? Because
I'm too old to hit that pavement, and something like me and people just don't see you on motorcycles. They ain't looking for you. It's just they're on their cell phones, they're texting people, they're listening, they're watching movies. It's just too dangerous it's not worth me hitting that pavement anymore.
Yeah.
So I sold I have no motorcycles at all. No dirt bikes, no Harleys, none of that shit. And do I miss it? Yeah, but it's just at this point in my life, I might not ever recover for something like that. And I only got so much more time left. I don't want to be in a wheelchair.
Yes. Well, like I said, I want to respect your time. Thank you so much for coming on. Obviously, I've been waiting a long time to talk to you. You are the Godfather. You are the one and only Godfather. I love you, brother. Take it easy. Stay healthy, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for having me on the show, bro. It was fun.
You got it, brother. Talk to you later. Peace out, man.
Started from nothing. Jersey streets, we owned it. Jay-Z pumping iron.